Hey Ringside crew, welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. And now here's your host, Joe, Panther the Third.
I gotta do this in our cartoon voice. It's my birthday, birthday. Hey everybody, I'm Joe Panther the Third, and today is another episode, a special episode, birthday episode. Streamers, oh, no streamers. You guys couldn't afford to buy streamers for me? It's my birthday, really? Because it's an episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I'm Joe Panther the Third, and today is my birthday episode. Man, 41 years old. Man, I've interviewed so many people, over hundreds of wrestlers. But today's my birthday, and today I'm going to be interviewing I think the third person from this awesome wrestling school. I just randomly came upon when I was, scrolling the Insta, and I find this wrestlers. And today, and I don't know what it is. It's April. It's supposed to be warmer, but today I have this young lady that made it snow in the Poconos, and I don't like it. But it's fine because she's awesome. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to Bella Snow. Welcome, Bella.
Hi, happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. So Bella, sorry, what was that?
It's good to be on.
Yes, 41 years old. Wow. Yeah. I can feel it every day. So Bella, let's get started with it. What made you choose to become a professional wrestler?
Well, I grew up in a die-hard wrestling fan family. My grandparents on both sides watched it. Then my parents met, and their thing when they were dating was they would watch professional wrestling. So when I was born, I was just surrounded by people who loved it, and they really got me into it.
So when you started watching it, who are some of the male or female wrestlers that really got you that little kid staring at the TV in every meme about the 90s?
My die-hard favorite when I was little growing up was John Cena. Now you see all of these videos of little kids crying over Cody Rhodes, and it just reminds me of myself 10 years ago. Anytime John Cena lost, that would be me. I would be that little kid who was crying, upset. And I honestly wish that we would have recorded that because I feel like that would have went viral. I was just in love with John Cena.
So it was Mr. Cena. So how'd you see him? How'd you see him in the ring if he wasn't right there?
Right.
He was staring at an empty. So you could have did the meme totally. Your mom's like, "Why are you booing? Why are you crying? There's no one on the screen. It's off." No, Mom, don't you see him there? No.
Right.
That would have been funny. But then you slowly now you're in this business. What was it like the first time excuse me, you stepped into the training facility? Were you nervous? Were you excited?
I remember this day very vividly. This was about coming up on 7 years ago. I was only 12 years old.
Wow.
So I walk into this facility, and as you can imagine, as a 12-year-old walking in, I have no idea what I was getting into. And it's all the people who were training were all in their late 20s, early 30s. So I was very nervous, very intimidated. I felt like I had no idea what I was getting myself into, but it was great.
Oh, wow. So what kind of advice have they given you to this interesting character of Bella Snow? What have they taught you that we could talk about tonight?
Well, I think some of the best advice I've gotten was to just be yourself. People and fans know when you're forcing it. I would say for people to want to buy into you, they have to believe you. So there has to be a part of yourself in your character. So Bella Snow is really just me, but amplified, if that makes sense.
So if you could explain to my fans from the UK, hey guys, hope it's not too early in the morning for you guys. It's probably afternoon. So if you wanted to explain them in 5 words about you, what would you say?
Ooh, 5 words. Let's say passionate. I'm very passionate about what I do. I wake up every morning thinking about wrestling, thinking about what I can do to better myself. So I would say passionate, hardworking, determined. I want to say, what would I say? Determined. I would say I'm very friendly. I love working with other people. I want to work with. There's so many people who I still want to work with. That's one of my favorite parts about wrestling is meeting new people and working with others, meeting fans. That's one of my favorite parts about it. Then I want to say excited. I'm very excited for the future. I'm only just getting started, so I'm very excited to see where I go with this.
Awesome. So, like, if you could say this to like the internet wrestling world, is there any wrestlers, like male or female, that you've been like waiting that you've been seeing on the Instagrams or the YouTubes that you've been dying to get like sink your fingers in and like scrap at them?
Yes, I actually just recently started with Shine Wrestling, and there are tons of girls on that roster, very talented that I just cannot wait to get my hands on. If I had to say some, Amber Nova, Tiffany Nieves, Evilise, those are definitely some that cannot wait to
I
get
can
my
see
hands.
you wrestling T Gaines.
T Gaines too. I met her. She's a sweetheart. I would love to
That's
wrestle.
one of our dudes at Ringside. If you saw the clip on the Instagram page, she
Yes.
came back on and her tag team partner came on, and it was just magic.
That's
Just
awesome.
it was just like wasn't like she didn't say what was gonna happen. She just popped up on the bottom. I let her in, and it was like I was like, I'm just gonna sit here and get my popcorn.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
Love it, love it. Um, so about like your training, like so. What is it like? How do you like schedule your training? Like, is it like week to week? You have different things you do, or is it like the same kind of workouts you do?
It's usually the same every week. So at my wrestling school, it's different for everybody because some people work, some people have school, so their schedule might look different. But for me personally, Mondays and Wednesdays I go um, from about say 7 to 9, sometimes 10, to wrestle, specifically work on my wrestling. And then on Thursdays we do a promo class, and then we film our promos for any upcoming shows we may have. And then the
Mm,
weekends are usually reserved for shows. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's usually when we have shows.
awesome. So, like with your promos, as everybody saw on the Instagram already, and on YouTube, and everywhere else, like, is it harder to like talk to a camera, or is it harder to talk to a crowd when you're doing the microphone stuff?
For me, it's harder to talk to a camera just because there's nobody there. I think it's easier when you have people you can connect to and see how they're reacting so you can know what to say and where to go. Whereas a camera, you can't really tell how people are recepting like what you're saying. So it's a little more difficult for me to do it on camera.
Hmm. Were you training around COVID, or you weren't at the school yet?
I wasn't at the school. I took about, I want to say like a year off because everything like shut down. Like the school was still going on, but my parents felt it was best for me to take some time off, especially
Mm,
since like school and everything I was having to do from home and figuring all of that out. So I did take a good year off from wrestling, maybe a little less than a year during
yeah.
the pandemic.
Yeah, I worked in a store at that time, and it was difficult. Like,
I can imagine.
I had to do the trucks by myself with the mask on, sweating like I was in a match under the lights. And then have to go to the floor and do stocking with the mask on.
Oh,
So it wasn't fun. I had to wash my face double time because I didn't have any facial hair at all. My sister's a nurse, so she said, "Beard's gone, mustache is gone." So this was gone. It was like this for like no caterpillar. It was just me straight face, and I can never go back to that again. This mustache is internationally known, and it's
oh yeah.
been seen all over the world. So I'm like, you shave this off, it's gonna be a memorial that's at my house. It's gonna be like candles. There's a little picture of just my mustache. Be like, I'm connected to that thing. Come on.
Yeah.
So when you go to your shows, do you pack accordingly with the food? Do you pack your like a little light like lunch and like eat dinner after the show or after the before your match?
Yeah, some people they eat like a big meal before their match. Personally, I cannot do that. I usually bring like a little protein bar or a banana or like just some kind of small snack, and then after is when I really eat. Like I don't eat at all during the day. I don't know how people do that. Me personally, either I'm too nervous or I just don't want to throw up. I don't eat much before my match, but after is when I go out and I eat good.
Mm. What is like your favorite food to get after a show?
After a show, like I said, I don't eat at all during the day, so I want like
Well,
a big,
after the show. After the show.
yeah, like a big meal after the show. So I really love like I usually get like chicken tenders, fries, and mac and cheese.
Oof.
Especially when I do Shine, it's at the OCC Roadhouse, and they have like the best mac and
You
cheese.
mean in Florida?
Yes.
See, I've been dying to get back to Florida with my twin sister, and it's like she wants me to go for Universal to go to a Halloween Horror Night, but I may have to like swindle my sister, be like, sis, I love Universal, I love Halloween Horror Night, but don't smack me in the head. Can we go to a wrestling show? Maybe Shine. It's all women's wrestlers. You know what? Half the roster probably would be like, "Oh my God, Joe's here." I
Right. Yeah,
think
you
you all
should
would freak
definitely
out.
come out to Shine.
Yeah. I love it. I really out there wrestlers, you definitely support women's wrestling. Go check out Shine. Shine's an awesome promotion. And Bella, if my fans want to find you or follow or get any of yours on social media, how can they find it? Or find you or find it?
I'm on all social medias as I'm Bella Snow, so I am and then Bella Snow. On I primarily use Instagram and YouTube, so that's where you can find me.
Awesome. Yeah, so definitely give her a subscribe on YouTube. She's awesome. She's a bright, shining star in this cold
Yeah.
or burr, but she's cold, but she's still bright and shining. It's ice, ice is bright. So Bella, you have any upcoming shows that you want to talk about before we go?
Well, tomorrow night I have a match I've been looking forward to a long time against Kaylee Harrison. So tomorrow night, you guys should come out and watch me beat up Kaylee Harrison. I love her, but she's gonna feel the blizzard tonight.
Sounds
Not
great.
tonight, tomorrow night.
Yeah, come on. So Bella, I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It means a lot to have another young, bright star in this future wrestling business. I'm Joe Panther the Third. Your turn.
I'm Bella Snow.
And we will catch you in the next one.